Hi guys, I'm going to walk you through how to create a book bento digitally using PowerPoint. I'm typically more comfortable in Google Docs. So if you have, or Google Slides, I'm sorry. So if you have access to a Google account and you want to use Google Slides, you totally can. However, we all have access to PowerPoint through our Office 365 account with school. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it this way. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your PowerPoint account and you are going to open up a blank PowerPoint presentation. This is going to name it presentation number, whatever it is. So the first thing that you need to do is rename it. So you are going to name it your last name, you are going to name it the book title, and then book bento. All right. That way, when you're going to look through your account in order to upload this, you know exactly what you're dealing with. The next thing you're going to do is you need to resize. All of our book bentos need to be a square. All right. So you are going to go to Design tab, and you are going to go to Slide Size, and then hit Customize Slide. So we need to make this a square, or as close to a square as possible. And since our height is already a 7.5, I'm just going to go ahead and make it an even 8, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the width. And then I am going to click Ensure Fit. I want to make sure that everything I put on this slide fits into the slide. So I'm going to click Ensure Fit, and there we go. It makes our slide a square. Now I want to start with a blank slide. So I'm going to highlight these text boxes, and I'm going to delete them out of the way. All right. The first thing that you need to do is start with an image of your book. So you are going to go to Insert, and you are going to go to Pictures, and you are going to look through Bing Pictures. If yours has another online search engine, you can use that one. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like when you're logged on at school or at home. However, search Bing, and I am going to find an image for To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, when your Bing images pull up, if this button is clicked right here, Creative Commons only, that means that you have technical permission to use every one of these images. And so try to stick to the Creative Commons only. However, if you unclick that square, it brings up a bunch of other images that may or may not have copyright on them. So you just kind of need to be aware of that. I am going to click this image of the book because this is the image that we use in our class. I'm going to remove the links to those, and I'm going to resize so it fits nicely in my square. Now remember, we have to have 5 to 7 other images besides the title of the book, so make sure that you kind of plan accordingly. Also, I got ahead of myself. I need to add a nice background, so I'm going to scoot the image of the book off of my slide, and I'm going to go in to backgrounds. Now, I would like something that, I don't know, that maybe reminds me of To Kill a Mockingbird. And if you've read To Kill a Mockingbird, you'll know that the opening scene, Scout is talking about what her town looks like, and she talks about the dirt roads and how everything is dry and dusty. So I am going to find a picture of dirt. And I am going to try to think about, oh, this one's dry and cracked. I'm going to try to think about what the dirt looks like in Maycomb, the way Scout describes it, and that's the way she describes it. It's dry there, and it's hot. Now, when I upload this image into the slide, this designer thing is going to come up, and it is going to be like, oh, look, I'll make it the whole entire background for you. So I'm going to click that and do that. And that has become the background of my slide. Now, if I get that up there and I decide that I don't really like that at all, then I can insert another image. Actually, I can delete that whole image out, insert another image from Bing, and then I can find another image I would like. I can also design, and I could add a background color, and I could just solid fill this color or this slide with any color that I would like to use. All right, so I am going to, excuse me, I'm going to leave it like that. And I am going to pull in the image that I put before. I'm going to spend my time filling up this square with other images and pictures that have a significance to Kill a Mockingbird. All right. Now, one scene in To Kill a Mockingbird, Scout and her brother Jim find a bunch of things in a tree, in an old oak tree. So I'm going to try to find an old oak tree. All right. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go to Pictures, and I'm going to look for an oak tree. And there is a knot in the oak tree, just like this. All right. And I'm going to go through my images and see if I can find something that I like that I want to pull in. All right, let's say I'm going to grab this picture right here and I want to insert it. And when I pull it in, son of a biscuit, of course it's good. It's a good image because I want to show you how to remove the background off of an image. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Insert. Now, I'm going to insert, and it's got this big square around it, this big white square. And I don't like that. I only want the tree. I want this really to mirror the images that we saw in the hyperlink of the bento box where there was no background. Okay, so I'm going to delete that out of there because I don't like it. I'm going to open up a tab, and I am going to find an oak tree with a knot. And I'm going to wait for it to pull up the images or pull up the search. Of course, my internet is going to act slow. Here we go. All right. And I'm going to use I want to use this one right here. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good image, and I'm going to save it to my computer. All right, tree with a hole, perfect. It's in downloads, it's a PG. An image, great, save it. All right, I want to try to remove this background though. So I'm going to go to Remove BG, which stands for Remove Background. And I'm going to upload an image from my computer. I think it was called A Tree with a Hole. I'm going to scroll down into my downloads for A Tree with a Hole. I'm going to open it. Now wait on it to work its magic. All right, so it removed the background around most of the tree. Now this object wasn't very clear because it had a lot of leaves with the grass. However, this part of the image right here is good enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and download it, and it is going to be renamed Tree with a Hole Preview. All right, I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to click Insert, Pictures, this device. I'm going to go to Choose Files, And I'm going to go down to my tree with a whole preview. And there it is. I'm going to open it up and pull it in. I'm going to insert it. Now, like I said before, I only want a certain part of this image. So while I have it highlighted, I'm going to click this right here that means crop, and I'm going to crop it. And it will put this black sort of square around it. And I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to bring it down. And that is going to take out all of the surrounding stuff that I do not want anymore. And I'm going to put my image on my slide. And I'm going to continue doing that until I have at least 5 to 7 things outside of the title of my book that represent the novel. I did this earlier with the dot. And here is what I came up with for the dot. I put the dot on the inside, and all of these images that I downloaded from the interwebs in one way or the other. I either got them from the Creative Commons, or I just opened up a new tab, downloaded them, and if I needed to, I removed the background so there's no big white weird square around all of these images. And then I put them on there. It's as simple as that. Now, here's what needs to happen when you are finished. So we're going to imagine that we have all of our items on here that we have chosen, and we are going to go to File, and we are going to go to Download As, and you need to download as an image. The next step of this assignment requires you to upload an image. So this is going to download it as a JPEG, and it's going to download it onto your computer. So you're going to click it. It's going to save it as a JPEG. Your presentation is ready. Go ahead and download it, and it will send it into the downloads of your computer. And then afterwards, you move into the next step, which is the Think link. Hope this helps. Good luck with the next steps.